I'm the one that doesn't want to go to D.C. I mean, I'm the one that doesn't want to be at Langley. I don't want to be at Langley, especially what's going on nowadays.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, we were just talking about this a little bit ago. I mean, fucking Iran fucked around a little too long, and now they're finding out finally.
Yeah,
fuck around and find out.
It's a thing now. I mean, my buddy's like, dude, it's like, it's weird, man. People used to be like strolling between the offices. Now the cats are like, got the papers and they're running. You know, they're like, this about to pop off. You sure you don't want to in on this? Hell no, I don't want to in on that.
My brother was telling me like the difference between like CENTCOM and a couple of the other command structures and everything, as far as like the intel communities and stuff. Like they have it split up into different areas.
Well, at first it was all SOCOM. Then it was SOCOM and Special Forces. Now it's SOCOM, Special Forces, and Special Operations. Okay, Special Operations. That's where I was at.
Well, I'm talking about for the intel community, the command structure. Yeah, so it's like so with the guys that are correlating all of that into intelligence and all that information and everything. My brother, whenever he was training, he was doing Russia and North Asia. Yeah, but those guys are nice and calm right now, other than the Ukraine conflict. But
yeah, Russia isn't. Russia is like they're on media blackout.
Yeah, well, but they're quiet-ish right now. They're holding steady, and then Iran kicked off, and oh my God! All right, real quick, we have to do the thing. We have to do the thing. Hey there, Midnighters and Moonlighters. Welcome to Nightwatch. This is your closer-in-chief, and I'm here with Big Smoke.
Hey.
And Kitty.
Hello.
And we're just diving right into it with, so we've seen a whole bunch of stuff in the news, very short amount of time. Basically, over the weekend, we just said fuck Iran and knocked out pretty much all of the Ayatollah leadership.
40 plus.
Yeah, 40 plus confirmed dead. Anybody that was about to step up and take over, dead.
Even the son. The son is gone too.
Well, what was the name of the former prime minister that was there before the Ayatollah took over?
Khomeini.
He was on house arrest. They bombed his house and took him out too because he was planning on doing a coup to take back over from the Ayatollah. They're just like, nobody is in leadership in Iran right now until things get settled and the people decide what they want to do.
The militias are still in charge though.
Then they were saying that they're basically anybody that can get a hold of weaponry to fight back against the militias, and they're saying go raid the police departments, knock out any local militia.
If it's got a badge, it's gonna bleed.
That's what they've said. That's what our guys are saying. Like our guys are saying, like that's the best thing that they can do right now.
Yeah.
And it's unsettling, but
and we got people here mad that that's happening.
Right. It's just like whenever we knocked out Venezuela, like Venezuelan people were ecstatic.
Yeah.
Parades in the streets. Same thing's happening in Iran right now. They're running through banners in the streets and everything, all fucking happy that all the Ayatollah leadership is dead because they were running them miserable and ragged. And our people back here, like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have interfered with. My favorite bit, though, is that how Britain and France were like condemning the U.S. Like, oh, you should stay out of their business and their politics and everything. And then until their bases got hit, whenever Iran just started saying, fuck it, we're dying anyways, launch everything, you know, and they started missile and bombing and firing upon just about everybody in their surrounding vicinity. The UAE, fucking Saudi Arabia, all those guys were like, yeah, no, fucking be my guest, do what you want, US, go in and carpet bomb them for all we care, turn them into a sea of glass, you know, and even Britain and France is like, oh shit, our bases got hit, yeah, go ahead, use our bases, go fuck them up. And then after they said, all right, yes, you can use our bases, then they got hit with some drone strikes. I saw that just developed last night before. But yeah, a lot happening very quickly.
Yeah, we had a local terrorist attack here in Texas.
Yes, saw that too. It was what would they call that? It's like a sleeper cell. That was what they were calling him. Yeah, guy took out. What was it?
Took like 16, killed 3.
Yeah.
Here's the bad part about it. The guy got here on a tourist visa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we knew he was here.
He was committing petty crime, just like random snatch and grab stuff. They had him on a tourist visa doing this stupid shit.
Yeah, that should have been an immediate boot out.
Yeah, and they let him stay. He ends up becoming a naturalized citizen. Was doing all kinds of very questionable shit, and they still let him stay. And then oh wow, he's got all these networks that like dark web kind of stuff. You know, like now they got to check to see what his connections were. He's walking around with Allah and Prophet of Allah. And
it was a property of Allah hoodie or something like that.
Prophet of Allah, you know. We're
in Austin, Texas. Only in Austin.
And
keep Austin weird indeed, apparently.
God, man. And it's like now, if you're of Iranian descent, you're gonna get the magnifying glass on you is gonna be intense.
Get the microscope out.
Yeah, it's gonna be just like what happened when that Muslim major started shooting people up in Fort Hood years ago. And it's like, and everybody knew this dude was crazy. They knew he was crazy. Saying you ought to be ashamed of yourself going over there killing all those Iraqis. He was a psychologist. You know, doing therapy sessions with soldiers who came back from Iraq with PTSD. And he's like, you should really feel shame. Shame on you for going over there and killing. The dude's just like, he just survived a 1.5 deployment in Iraq. And you got to tell him he should be ashamed.
Right.
And then, of course, none of that was working. And people kept passing this guy around from deployment to deployment until he ended up in a processing center, shooting a bunch of unarmed privates in a processing center. These guys are scrambling, you know, hiding, ducking under tables, and he's just randomly walking around shooting people. And on top of that, Fort Hood's got one of the most, like, restrictive gun, you know, awareness, you know, ordinances. So nobody was armed.
Yeah.
So he was sitting there shooting a bunch of unarmed kids until somebody finally, I think he survived. They tackled him or took him. I'm like, God. I was so hot when I heard about that. But
how long ago was Fort Hood again? I'm terrible with remembering.
That had to be
a handful of years ago.
That had to be 96, 95, 96 maybe.
Fort Hood shooting? No, it was 2014.
No.
Fort Hood?
I was retired by then.
You're talking about Army Specialist Ivan Lopez?
No, not that guy. The major. He was a captain or a major, psychologist.
And then there was a 2009 mass shooting. That was triggered by mental health issues, including depression, PTSD, rather than terrorism.
I'm old, but I'm not that old. It's got to be before that.
That was Nidal Hasan.
Dude, that's...
U.S. Army major and psychiatrist.
There he is.
Yeah, that's 2009, not 92.
That's 2009.
I remembered that.
That had to be the trial.
No, on November 5th, 2009, a mass shooting took place at Fort Hood.
I was out by that time?
Yeah. See, this is...
Time flies.
Oh, shoot. I am old. I am that old. Forget that. I am that old. Oh, man.
Yeah, so that was the 2009. He was using FN57 and a 357 Magnum. He was shot and resulted paralyzed from the waist down. Arraigned by a military court in 2011 and was charged with 13 counts of premeditated murder and 32 counts of attempted murder.
Why they did not just end that guy right there? I do not understand.
They tried. They hit him. He was just paralyzed.
They should have hit him again.
Well, so hang on, I'm getting there. At his court martial in 2013, Hasan was found guilty on all accounts and sentenced to death. So that's 2 years after his original arraignment hearing.
He's still alive, probably.
His court martial.
Well, this is Texas. They tend to kill you 6 to 9 years after they commit you to death. Is he still alive? Can't believe I'm asking that question because I really don't want him to be alive. I just don't. And that's the old man in me. Well, actually, I wasn't even an old man in 2009. I wanted that guy. When I found out that they wounded him, I was like, how could you just wound this guy?
Right. No, yeah, he doesn't deserve to live.
After the carnage he left behind, the guy who had the gun on him, the guy that was standing over him, like, you piece of... Hey, look away for a second. Pow! Oh, it just went off. That's exactly
right.
Oh, God. He would not have survived that day. Paralyzed from the waist below. I'd make him crawl for his breakfast every day.
Yeah, don't get him in no wheelchair.
Yeah, just kick him out of his chair. It's over here. Come get it. And then I kick the platter over just before he gets his hands on it. Oh, God. I'd be a terrible correction officer. I would.
Yeah, for people like that, though, they deserve it. They deserve every bit of that.
See, that's where I get lost on that. I really do. Because if you give me time to think about it, then I got to think about, then I'm...
It doesn't say.
Yeah.
It says on August 23rd, 2013, following a 7-hour deliberation, the jury convicted Hasan on all charges. 5 days later, a U.S. military court sentenced him to death for the shootings. At the time of his sentencing, he became the 6th person on military death row. And it's like talking all about and around and everything else, but it just says he was sentenced to death. It doesn't say that it was carried out.
Can't you just simply Google if he's still alive?
Yeah, that's just from Wikipedia.
You're like deep diving right now.
I'm spelunking for this.
Yeah, you're spiraling.
He's like the rabbit hole.
I was about to say, I was about
It's
to.
so deep. I can't find-
Just simply put,
Which
is
way
this
is up? The light is fading.
is he dead or alive?
He's still alive.
Oh,
See?
man.
I told you.
Which means he's been on death row for 13 years.
Most of them are. Most of them die before they even, get the injection or like the execution, whatever the state has at the time. But yeah, most of them die way before they
Died of old age.
Yep. Just waiting around to die anyway.
I forgot what movie it was. It was like a old Viking movie, and the guy was like talking about, yeah, my dad, he died in the battle. He goes, no, he didn't. Your dad died of old age. He did not die of old age. He died of old age. Which was a bad thing for a Viking to die of back then, I guess.
Okay, so
I don't know as much as I should know, of course.
right,
But
so it wasn't a bad thing. All right, so if we're talking about the stereotypical, the romanticized Viking warriors,
Definitely.
They have to die in war.
Yeah, well, and in doing so, they get sent to either Valhalla or wherever Freya's hall is. I can't remember the name of her hall, but which I really should have, considering how intensely I studied with Freya and everything. But anyways, so there's Freya and Odin. Both of them get exactly half of each of the fallen dead on a battlefield. And basically what they do in Valhalla is they run training drills. They fight each other every day until death, and then they are resurrected in the meat hall afterwards, and then they drink and party all night.
The only reason I know that is because of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, basically exactly that. But it's literally two sides, and they're wargaming basically until Ragnarok.
Yeah,
where they'll fight.
Yeah, we fight, we die, we feast.
we learn.
Right.
Yeah, we learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, and so that's if you die in battle and you're claimed by one of those two. But that means that you're endlessly fighting and readying yourself for basically Judgment Day, right? If you die of old age or peacefully in your sleep or whatever the case may be, disease claims you or whatever, then Hel takes you, which is one of Loki's daughters. She's half god or half Aesir and half giant, half Jotun. But it's not like fire and brimstone hell. It's a peaceful afterlife. It's basically the equivalent of Viking heaven, without conflict, without death, and constant bloodshed. It's just a relaxing, peaceful, and you carry out your afterlife until, this is the very important part, the last person alive stops remembering you. For as long as your name is being spoken and you are remembered, then you exist in the afterlife. But once the last of your memory fades, that's whenever your finality.
That's similar to what they do in Mexico.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
that's why they have that.
There's a lot of cultures that celebrate
Something
their
Las
dead.
Muertas. I forgot what it's called though. But
It's
yeah,
like
Las
Like
Muerte or something like
yeah.
that.
Day of the Dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And when they go in there and they actually, some of them old cities, they actually go in there and they dig out the person and carry them around and shit. I'm like, kind of creepy, but
Right.
okay, yeah, and they had a movie about it.
Yeah, it was oh my goodness.
Don't you
It's
do
a Disney movie.
There's a Disney movie on it.
Was it Disney or was it?
It's Disney.
Yeah.
Coco.
Yeah, and basically they show one guy where he basically was bones, and then he started twinkling away.
It was like fading away.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that was so messed up. Yeah, they forgot him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so that anytime you have a culture that honors and worships the ancestors, that tends to be a common thread or factor. Is that, like, you have to remember them, or else
They'll
fade away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like, shh.
It's like the final death.
And I don't know why that movie messed with me so much. I'm like, oh God, dude.
So it not only confronts you with your own mortality, but then your own legacy after. Like, how will I be remembered after this?
Maybe that's probably why I want to be a granddad so bad. Like, yeah, don't forget old Pappy.
Right.
You know.
So I want something with my name on the side of a building. You know, the buildings tend to last longer than people.
Until Trump comes around, puts his name on top of the guy's name. I saw that. And I was like, oh, he's going to. Everyone was like, yep. Before I even got the words out, it's like everybody's pissed off that he put his name on the top of the Kennedy building. Yeah, that guy, man. I love that guy. I'll never get enough of Donald Trump. I'll never.
Did he really change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America?
Yeah.
It's official.
Go to your Google Maps and look now. It's right there.
Oh my gosh.
They like, you know, you got some pull where you change it on Google. Google's like very
Google don't
left.
even know where my apartment is, but they already changed that.
Google is very left leaning, so if that sucker changed on Google, you know.
That's it. And like they're a global conglomerate company now. You know, they're headquartered here in the U.S., but like,
Yeah.
They take care of the world, and
I mean, Trump did a lot his first 4 quarters, but this 4 quarters, he's going all out.
He has to. This is the
Yeah,
last
it's final.
4.
Yeah, it's his
It's
final.
the last 4.
and he's running against the time clock of when they try to take him out. It's,
Yeah, they keep trying to kill him every 6 months. You know? It's like I can't imagine what it's going to be like for him and his family after he's out of office.
Right.
Because they're gonna keep trying to get him.
yeah, just from
Just for general purposes, they're gonna try to get him.
the idolization and the celebrity of it all.
Yeah, they're gonna try to take him down. I mean, if J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio don't win the presidency and they get some, I don't know who. I guess it's a toss up between Bernie Sanders, AOC, and Kamala Harris is not dumb enough to try it again.
Yeah,
But,
I was wondering who the next 2 were gonna be. Thank goodness it's not freaking Biden.
It's not. Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
That cat doesn't know his own name by now. But
No.
it's not gonna be him, but it's probably gonna be Gavin Newsom though. Gavin Newsom might run for president. I can't see how he would even have a speckle of a chance.
Right. Or what's his face? Dude just took over New York.
Mamdani?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
No.
Nah. They're ready to string that dude up by his toes right now. That dude's talking about raising up the property taxes 10%.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
10%.
You know how much they are already?
Well, I still love the thing with that when that big snowstorm that just rolled through again like a couple of days ago.
Oh yeah, that was.
It is
funny.
like we want volunteers.
Two forms of ID.
We need volunteers to shovel snow. We're gonna take care of the snow problem, but in order to volunteer, you have to have 2 forms of ID. This is a guy who ran on a platform that voter ID should not be a thing.
It's unconstitutional.
It's unconstitutional to require an ID, and then here he is saying you need 2 forms of it just to shovel snow.
He don't want ISIS in his back door.
And, oh God, they were so bad about that. It's like, this is, I don't know. People have a short memory though, because they're gonna forget that this dude jacked up prices 10% on their property taxes. He's gonna put middle class people out of their homes.
It really is. It's always an attack on middle class.
Yeah.
It's always widening that gap between poor and rich, and it's.
They're gonna vote for him again. He'll get reelected, and that's the funny thing about it. As bad as he is, as in your face he's about it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll reelect this guy.
Yeah.
And he'll do it to him again for another term.
And it wows me out too, because like here I am, 18 years into my work history, right, my adult working life. And I've finally worked myself up to the point where back when I first started working, I would be considered, maybe lower middle class, but still middle class. I'd be out of poverty. And now I'm still firmly planted in the dead center of poverty. That line has moved and shifted so far.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, by my tax bracket, I was middle high tax bracket.
Yeah, that's where my parents were.
15
And now they're
years
like
ago?
low, almost poverty level.
Yeah, now I'm just above the poverty line. And that's north of 50K. And I'm like, what are you talking about my poverty line at 50K.
I'm still poor.
I'm still broke ass. Like, God.
Yeah, imagine how it's going to be for us when we hit our, we're
our
getting
50s,
50, 60, 70. Oh, my
And see,
God.
and that's why I'm working hard, like, now. Like,
My
have to.
little bit of pessimism that I do have, because I'm optimistic and cheerful about most things, but my pessimism is in how the rest of the world behaves. And I really do think that, even if you work really hard right now, it's diminishing returns after a certain point.
well, okay.
Because no matter what, you're gonna you could bank $1 million right now for your retirement. Finally, be able to retire at, say, 70. And
If you live that
if you live that long, if you make it to 70 and you finally retire and you got $1 million in the bank, how long is that gonna last you?
it'll last you a while. Depends on how you live your life.
But if you need any kind of medication, any kind of medical treatments, any kind of
Exactly.
assistance, any kind of home health care, any kind of dog walker or fucking somebody to take care of things at your house, cleaner or whatever, because you can't get up out of bed.
Okay, see, and
If you don't have people taking care of you, all that money goes away very quickly.
okay, and there lies the rub. Okay, because we don't have a society of family, community, and culture that takes care of our elderly. It's not like Spanish or Asian, where they're raised from the time that they're sperm to take care of their elders. Heck, now even Chinese are abandoning their elders because you got a lot of young Chinese people who just simply don't want to work.
Right.
Because
What's the point? Yeah.
the tariffs. We gutted China. We gutted them. They're on their last breath.
Say China again.
China.
You can't say it without a inflection. You've been doing the Trump impersonation for so long.
Have I?
Just kind of clicked for me because you weren't even trying. It was like China.
Maybe because I'm just trying to piss people off on the regular. I do. I walk around with my Trump hat, and it's like I'm daring for a reaction.
Big Smoke, you walk around with a big stick and then also a smaller stick to poke people with.
That's my dad, 100%.
Oh my God. It's fun. I do it just to, I DoorDash all day and I'm all over town. And then, racist moment coming up. 2, 3, 1. Here we go. It's always the black men who look at the hat and go, really, dog? Really? It's like, this happened like 7 times now. And I've counted, believe me. I'm like, really, dog? Trump, huh? Orange man? Yeah. He said, look, nigga, well, give me one thing about that's like 1 or 2 questions. Give me one reason why Trump is like the bee's knees now. I'm like, well, let's go. No taxes on overtime and tips. You see what I'm doing, right? I'm a delivery driver. Okay, so I just did my taxes. I got a 3.7% raise. Okay, that's $6,600. Okay, you know how much I lost with Biden? I lost about $3,300. Right. The guy texted me into oblivion. I also like this time around. I actually got to do deductions on the maintenance, which was considerable on my car this year.
Yeah, we talked about that.
So I'm like, I made a killing on my taxes. So yeah, Orange Man, very good for Big Smoke. And I'm not getting tired of telling people that. I'm like, look, dude, that old wrinkle raisin Biden, yeah, he was the president, but I was ready for that guy to go. He was costing me money. But it's always the black guys. The black guys don't like that. They see that.
So would you say the white guys are more approving or just they
it's
don't
funny.
say anything about it?
Okay. Okay.
I think that's more generational.
The white guys, mostly the white guys my age and higher, they won't come right out and say it. They'll give you that conspirator whisper, like your hat, bro. Like your hat.
Oh no, my dad will come right out. Yeah. He'll have a hat on too that says, I love Trump. Yeah, make America great again. Yeah. And he'll be like, oh, I love your hat. Yeah.
They see that and they go, hey, They'll look left, they'll look right. Love your hat, brother. Give you a little short fist bump. Yeah, see you later. And he just scamper off. You know.
See, Kitty, I'm seeing your dad like a Jeep guy. It's like, everybody sees somebody else in a Jeep, and it's that Jeep wave.
Absolutely, he does have a Jeep, but no. But he also has his Silverado. He's got he's got his truck, his Jeep, his his SUV. He's got all that. Everything has to be American made. Nothing he doesn't buy. He buys everything the best. He's in camo 24/7. Even his fucking Crocs are camo. I'm not kidding. And he's got his Make America Great Again hat.
Oh my God! Was he in the service?
No, his dad was.
He's just a patriot.
He worked for the city for 40 years.
He's just a patriot. That's
yep.
What it is.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Now the white women, I'll get one or two kind of responses. One, I'll get I don't want to be racist, but you're the only black guy I've ever seen with that hat on. I get it. Or I'll get well, bless your heart. You're really brave.
Well, you must be one of the good ones.
I won't have to lock my car at night. Clutch my pearls in the elevator.
Raise that American flag right in your front driveway.
I'm going to introduce you to my daughter. That kind of thing.
Yeah, going back on what you were saying, Chief, about the whole, us working all this time and it being basically for nothing, my dad always tells me, he worked for the city he got right there, almost 40 years, and he got into a bad car wreck. But, so he retired, he got like 39 years, and he was almost there. So, he tried to go back, it didn't work, he was too hurt. But anyway, but he's always telling me, go somewhere that you're going to get a retirement, going to get a pension, going to get 401k, you got to do something. He said, because Social Security probably isn't going to be around when you get to my age. Probably way before that. It's going to be gone.
Right.
That's what he's afraid of. So he's always looking out for me and saying, like, just, he's always telling me, go work for the city for all you got to do is put 10 years in and you're locked in.
Yeah, now, granted, we've been saying for like 30 years now that Social Security is going to dry up, and it hasn't yet. But it's going to.
No, it's dried up. They're just life support.
Right.
They just keep pumping emergency cash funding into it.
Their stimulus,
right.
They're subsidizing. They're printing money, but it's gone because our economic pyramid is actually starting to turn upside down. We actually got less people putting into the system than the people who are retiring.
Right, because they're starting to see
because the boomer generation's retired.
Yeah,
Gen X is getting ready to go next.
Yeah.
And that's there's more people on the top end of that than there is on the bottom.
And people are living longer, and
they're siphoning off the Medicaid and the Medicare, and then of course you got on top of that all the Medicare and Medicaid fraud.
Yeah, and nowadays you have so many of the younger generations. As soon as they get into the workforce age, they're immediately jumping on disability for things like depression and anxiety, and and you have it split across. Yours is more physical than mental.
See, you brought that up. Look,
my point being though
to
is
be
fair, you have much less couple pairing in our younger generation. So you have what would normally be a one or two income household with couples. Now it's just a whole bunch of single households or group single households and everybody on the disability.
I got in my old neighborhood where I grew up, we call them welfare queens. There's grandma, she's 45. She has her daughter who's like 15 or 16 years younger than her. She's on welfare too. And then she has a kid at like 30. She's 30 years old, and she has a 15-year-old daughter who's also on welfare because she had two kids of her own at 15. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're
all living in the same house.
They're all living in the same house. And that house looks like a mansion. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. And they're all just kind of circulating the same welfare checks. And there's not a single father in the house.
Yep. They got the Section 8, the food stamps, the Medicaid, the welfare, the
SSI.
That's why a lot of them are freaking out because a couple of whole neighborhood quadrants in San Diego, they all got cut from Section 8 because of all the welfare
I was
fraud.
just,
and stuff
yep, I was just about to say that. My dad was saying that they're going around, and now instead of you go get like not like how like I'm gonna be getting the vouchers, but like the Section 8 like down there at JFK and like the other apartment buildings that do like the HUD housing.
Yeah.
So now instead of people going there and just living off the government and just staying inside of that house, now they have a certain amount of time. Like I think it's like a couple of years, and if you don't get your shit together and go get a job, you're gone. You know,
just rotate them out.
Yeah, right.
Well, and then you also have the like you said, basement where it's like generational abuse of the system. But then with the welfare fraud, I saw a story recently. There was this autistic woman, severely autistic, that like cannot feasibly work in a regular workplace. And she was on benefits, and
she was paying a mediary.
Yes, and the mediary was scamming the system, and so whenever he was one of the ones that got wrapped up in the Somali shit.
Oh man!
And so whenever
he stopped paying,
he wasn't paying her rent, so she got evicted. He was collecting all of her,
and of course she has no
money.
Idea.
Exactly.
And next thing you know, she's just getting kicked out on the street and is now actively homeless.
Nah, she's been scooped up.
I was gonna say,
by
there's
now
gotta
I'm
be
sure,
something.
yeah, that was like a month or so.
It was
ago,
about a month or so ago. Yeah, but
I'm sure there's been plenty of such cases that.
Hell, I'm a cold-hearted punk, man, and I felt bad for her when I read that on the. I was like, and she's sitting there. It was like 5 degrees below, and she's in this tent, and she's got all these blankets, and she's like, and man, 1,000 camels shitting on the cameraman's house, who was sitting there with the camera on her, and she's sitting there shuffling, shaking from the cold. I'm like, you asshole.
Yeah, right.
How do you sit there and take
like offer her, like give her a couch to lay on or something.
Give this
like
little girl a futon or something.
For
oh my
real.
god! Man, I was like, dude. I was like, and the camera's like, don't give her the heater yet.
If I seen that, I would have smacked that camera. I would have smacked. It was probably his phone. I would have smacked that phone so fast out of his fucking hand.
And that's journalism, though. You really you have to stay detached. You know, they did that whole movie Civil War. You remember that one?
Yeah, I know.
Did you see that one?
No.
So Kirsten Dunst and a few other big names in it, but basically they were like war journalists, and Civil War kicked off in the U.S. And so they're trying to make their way across the U.S. to get to Washington, D.C. when the rebels are getting ready to bust into the White House and take out the president. And they want to be there and capture that moment. And everyone knows
Okay, sure, but they're actual journalists. This is just some random dude standing outside of his house, freaking,
No. What he's talking about, we were talking about actual journalists for the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how they were, and like it's cold, it's heartless, it's detached, but they have to be in order to do that kind of stuff. And that movie really is just like I went into it watching it thinking it was going to be more about the actual Civil War, and here it's more of a humanity piece.
Yeah,
and
it's basically
how it affects you whenever you have to be so detached, and what happens whenever that starts wearing a little more thin.
Yeah, that I understand. I mean.
Yeah, but it still made me mad as hell. I wasn't even thinking about the girl. At that point, I'm like, dude, somebody gives this chick a heavy, weather coat or something. Yeah, she's freezing to death. And the bad part about it is there's points where she's like not understanding why she's out in the cold. And then there's other points where she's like, she knows exactly what happened. But she can't connect the two and just get out of it.
Yeah.
So it's like when she's in that space, she was unable to just get out of that space. She basically had to adapt to where she was then. And it's like they see her like she's got like water and like some like snacks and stuff, and she's wandering around until the night comes in so she can pack up and find a place to sleep. Because the police aren't letting her, just camp out wherever she is.
Right.
And it's like they show, the stuff they show where like the guy was like, "Hey, you can't stay here." She's like, "I don't see why I can't stay here. I'm not doing it." And I'm like, I feel bad for her. And I'm like, and the skeptic in me is like, "Nah, she's got it playing the game." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, she ain't playing the game. She really doesn't understand why she can't stay there." Like, it did. I was like, "Oh God, dude, I want to give her $5." But I was like, yes, like just it wouldn't help her. You need someone to actually scoop her up and put her somewhere
to actually take care of her.
Yeah, she has to be taken care of, and that's a lot different than a lot of these idiots out here who are just basically
they're just choosing to be ignorant.
Just got they freaking vampire fangs on the tit of government and just sucking the life energy out of everything.
Fuck getting a job. I'm going to sit here on welfare and I'm going to watch my Netflix and I'm going to eat my ho-hos.
Yeah. And order freaking sushi and steak every week because the checks come in.
And then get DoorDash because some things fucking qualify through fucking EBT on DoorDash. And and then Big Smoke shows up with his MAGA hat on. And
look, it's like some of the places where I show up, like where I love the leave at door. I love that. I wish our job did that. I wish our job
does do that.
I mean,
it's folded in the DoorDash. 30% of the orders, they do that.
And I love those because that's like a guaranteed tip too. Because them fools got a tip. Because DoorDash customers know if you don't tip high enough, it don't happen.
Yep.
It don't happen.
I wonder how many of them understand that, like, oh hey, a pizza shop, like our pizza shop driver showed up on a DoorDash order. That's not a DoorDash driver. That's an actual pizza.
Yeah. Oh God. I love it, especially when the new drivers get in. They're like, dude, I work 6 hours a day, and I only made $15 in tip. And you can see the horror in their eyes. Like, I think I made a mistake in this job. They told me I could make money doing this job.
Well, but then you see the guys that are putting in that, like, 7, 8, 9 hour shifts, and they're walking out with, $100, $150 and on top of their hourly rate.
Like I said, it always comes down to it. Eventually they'll come around to me. Hey, Big Smoke, how the hell did you make all this money?
It's a numbers game.
How you doing it? I'm like, dude, I've been doing this for years. It really is it's a name recognition.
That's true.
People see my name and hey, Big Smoke, what's up? I know I tipped already, but here's another $5. Hey, bro, see you later.
Yeah, because people have their favorites.
Yeah, at that point you get to know their families, their animals.
Oh my God.
You really get to know their lives at that point.
Remember
quick little 30-second snippets, 3 times a week.
Yeah. I mean, you remember our favorite little driver who keeps trying to come back, right? Little Miss M.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, she keeps trying to come back. Right? Very pregnant now. She keeps trying to come back. Now, when she was with us, she did very well. She had that bubbly smile, and she was pretty-ish, right?
She did have that temper, though.
Exactly. And when that took over, her tips started to hit the ground like a dart. And
it's one of those things where, like, whenever I was doing the driving bit, I had to stop looking at what I was making on each run because otherwise it would affect my mood.
Yeah.
And it would spiral. And I know how it is. It's like you get that first run, $0 tip. That sucks. And the second one, another $0 tip.
You get 6 in a row.
Yeah. 5 more right. And I'm like, fuck, I've been here like 5 hours. I made $3.
What time is it? Time to go.
And those nights, there was nights where I left there with like maybe $40, and that was with mileage.
Yeah.
Because back whenever I was driving, we were only getting like 20-something cents a mile.
Well, yeah, at least they're coming up to the idea like, okay, we're not gonna keep people if we just keep this stuff.
Well, and there was also still the pay split whenever I was a driver, where your hourly rate was dropped $2 per hour. Like so when I first started, minimum wage was still $7.25 an hour here in Ohio. And when I was out on the road on a delivery, my pay rate would drop to $5.25 an hour.
That's insane.
And so if I didn't make enough on credit card tips to cover that $2, I had to claim cash. But yeah, so I was only making $5.25 an hour tips and like 23 cents a mile for mileage. And nowadays, drivers are making like almost $11 an hour?
$11 an hour now.
And no split pay. That's just straight across the board.
60 cents on the mile. That's more than truck drivers some places.
Yeah.
Some truck drivers only make like 55 cents on the mile. But of course, they're driving.
Thousands of miles.
Yeah, 1,000 miles a day. So I mean, it's hard to even equate that, but I mean,
I was averaging like 80 to 100 miles a night. You're still doing that now with being a city
without
closer,
trying.
but yeah,
without trying. I'm trying to stay off the road, and they won't let me. I'm like, dude, man, there's a lot of freaking things to do before we close. Oh no, you got to be on the road. We need drivers. You keep sending drivers home.
because we got to juggle labor and delivery extremes now. So we have to have drivers running the deliveries on time, otherwise big bosses or little bosses' bonus gets affected.
And I understand that, and I'm sympathetic, but at the same time, you can't come at me later and go, "Hey, why did it take you so long?"
Yeah, why did it take an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes to close up? It's like because nobody touched the fucking dishes on it.
Because my last run, I'm coming back after we close, a half an hour after we close. It is a juggling game, and I used to be really upset about it. Now I'm like, okay, I'm resigned to it because then I loved it when they were trying to take me off the closing shift.
Trying to find somebody.
Trying to replace the old guy, right? And then they last like maybe a week or two.
Yeah, no one wanted that
like
shift.
3 days in, they're like, oh man, I don't know how you guys just stay up this late. I'm tired as hell. It's like, yeah.
Remember the one chick that used to fall asleep at she fell asleep for like an hour before she closed. She was a closing person. What was her name?
You talking about the one that had all the tattoos?
The one that just had a baby recently.
Yeah. She had the tattoos all up and down her arm.
Right,
she just found out she was pregnant like a couple of weeks before she started the job there. And
she was literally falling asleep on her feet. She couldn't stay awake.
Yeah.
She couldn't stay awake. I was like, God, dude. And she was supposed to replace me. And I'm like,
there's a couple of them.
Oh yeah, I've gone through like 4 or 5 now.
It's like the younger kids can't handle it, and the older guys don't want it.
Yeah, they don't want to tolerate it. Yeah, they will not tolerate it. It's beneath them. I've had people tell me that. Man, don't you feel a little, diminished? I'm like, no, dude, it's honorable work.
Yeah, you get paid for the time you're there.
You signed on the dotted line that this is the job that you would do. I mean, buck up, dude. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what you did. Look, man, I had a job that I was being paid really good money. And yeah, I fell from grace, so to speak. But look, I get up every day and I do the job. And to tell you the truth, some days I'm glad this is the job I got because I can just turn everything off, put on my Marvin Gaye, and drive down the road. I don't have to do all that other stuff.
Yeah, like Malcolm Reynolds says, I do the job and I get paid.
Yeah. He says he shakes the money back at you. I do the job and I get paid. That was an awesome first episode. Like, comment, and subscribe, everybody. Firefly, I missed that show. God, it's been decades and I still miss that damn show.
I keep seeing Instagram reels have been popping up because Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk, they do a podcast together called Once We Were Spacemen.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if you apparently you haven't heard about it.
No,
but yeah,
I haven't.
Yeah, they have a podcast together. And their Instagram page has been putting out some short reels and stuff, and it's Nathan Fillion going around to all the different actors that played characters in Firefly and is like approaching them and it's like kind of leaning into their characters a little bit and they're saying stuff. It's like, it's time. Oh, okay. All right. He's on to the one, was it Gina Torres, the woman who plays Zoe?
Yeah.
In Arbacaren.
Yeah, but we got into that and
Nora.
They were saying that it was 2 completely different scenes. Like the one scene was like from something completely different than like.
No. How they were dressed was from other shows.
Right.
It wasn't actually clipped together scenes of anything. It was actually them interacting with each other in Hollywood or wherever they were filming out on location and stuff. But they were in the costumes of whatever shows they were doing at the time. Because like Nathan Fillion was showing up dressed as a cop because he was in The Rookie. Miranda Baccarin was in sheriff's deputy or something like that, and something else. And then Zoe. It is Gina Torres, right?
Gina Torres.
Yeah, so Gina Torres, she was dressed up in she looked like an FBI agent or something like that. She had like the black blazer with the gray turtleneck and everything.
Oh my God.
And but yeah, so it's like all these big names of Firefly. They're like he's like going around doing it, and oh my God, it's been too long. I won't spoil myself with hoping too much. But goddamn, if they do anything like we were talking about before, like even if they just did something in universe, doesn't even have to be any of the original cast, just something in that universe. I would be happy and satisfied.
I don't think they could recreate it. To tell you the truth, I mean,
put some mandolin strings in a ship flying through space,
look,
and give me a crew on board a rickety fucking cargo hauler running odd jobs and staying out of the reach of the Alliance.
Speaking of the Mandalorian, that's got to be
I said mandolin, not Mandalorian.
Oh man, that's a hell of a Hail Mary they're trying to throw out there.
I'm just saying, space westerns is a thing that people enjoy. Mandalorian did exceptionally well. Firefly did exceptionally well. With
Cowboy Bebop did it exceptionally well.
Cowboy Bebop did it very well.
Okay, Cowboy and Bebop.
Wait, before you say anything, Big Smoker, are you about to talk about the live action show or the anime?
Oh, the anime, of course.
Okay.
Live action was garbage.
Okay, look. Okay, see?
I didn't think it was garbage.
Okay.
It was garbage.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoyed both, the anime and the live action.
Okay, I enjoyed the live action for the attempt.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was fun. It was
Okay,
campy.
they
great
did-
cast.
Okay, the beginning episode, when they started with the casino episode from the anime, okay, they did that very well. Going past that, they kind of went, they took a deep dive.
Right.
It's like they put everything they had into that first episode. And they're like, we got them.
Yeah, hook 'em.
we could fluff off the rest of it. And it didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't
Nope.
work.
It did not.
I mean, she complained about the dress or her dress code because it doesn't have to be like the anime. And it's like,
Yeah.
That's a very recognizable.
Yeah, it better be like the anime. And,
Otherwise, you're just some chick with purple hair.
exactly. And she made the mistake of doing what a lot of them do. They start attacking the fans.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's how you hold on to a fan base.
Well, I'm
That's
probably going to piss off a lot of people. But the fact that who they chose for Ed, Ed was a girl in the anime.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Ed was a girl in the anime. It was said multiple times.
Yeah, she was very tomboyish. But
But did you see who they picked for Ed
Yes.
for the live action?
No.
They were going to be transgender. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Wait.
So Ed was going to be
Transgender or like gender
Transgender.
fluid or
Transgender.
No, not gender fluid.
androgynous?
No.
Nope.
No.
It came out that they were going to be transgender.
Did they cancel season 2? Because I haven't heard anything about season 2.
I stopped watching after.
Oh, because a lot of people got mad about that. As soon as I saw that, I was like,
I'm out.
yeah, I'm out. I don't care who I piss off saying
And
that.
they're gonna keep doing it because they're doing it with that Starfleet Academy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no. Netflix canceled the series in December 2021 shortly
Oh,
after
yeah.
its premiere due to declining viewership.
Yeah,
and
it
views.
died off the vine, man.
Jesus. Yeah, despite a cliffhanger ending, low engagement, high production costs, and a 46% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes led to the decision.
Yeah, and Netflix is never gonna learn their lesson. They're never gonna learn their lesson.
Nope.
They're gonna keep doing it. Everybody's gonna keep doing it.
Viewership dropped 59% in the weeks following its release. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the first episode was okay. I liked it, but as soon as not even midway through episode 2, I'm like,
Yeah,
what
I
the-
will say who they chose for. Oh my goodness, the one that makes the beef and peppers that doesn't have no beef. What the hell is his name?
Spike?
No,
No, not
No,
Spike.
no, the
His-
Mad Dog.
Mad Dog, yeah, the
Yeah.
cop. What was it?
It's escaping me.
I've already blanked it from my memory.
I can't think of his name for the life of me.
I mean,
But his character, I really like. It sounded like him. It looked like.
I
you
mean,
know,
you close your eyes, you're like, yeah, okay. If you was to bring that guy into real life, that's exactly how he.
yeah,
would look.
right. I liked his character.
Spike was okay.
Yeah, Spike was okay.
Spike was okay.
It's kind of hard to find someone with
Yeah.
spiky green hair and.
Yeah, that's the thing about Japanese anime. They take all kinds of creative licenses.
Jet.
Jet.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
Mad Dog. That's all I could think of. But
Bell pepper and beef, but there ain't no beef.
there's no beef in this. That was crazy.
They're
how
too
it
poor to
feels.
buy the beef.
That's how it feels nowadays. We were talking about that not so long ago. It's like,
Right.
just some beef and bell peppers, a little stir fry.
It was cracking me up. It's like
No beef.
What really did me in about that show, honestly, is that these cats was working hard.
He was known as the Black Dog, not Mad Dog.
Mad Dog, Black Dog.
That's what's taking me so long to look it up.
Yeah.
I was searching Mad Dog and it wasn't coming up.
Yeah, I know why I keep saying Mad Dog. Yeah. You're right, Black Dog. These cats worked their asses off, and they were like not even broke. They were under the broke.
Mm-hmm.
They
All the time.
all
Always.
the time.
Anytime something came up their way,
Yeah.
something went wrong.
Even when they made money.
Same with Firefly, man. It was the same thing. You know, they'd get a job and say, "Oh shit, you know, we got all this good black market shit we can sell."
Yeah.
Oh, every single bit of it is stamped with lions. You know, it's like it's all tracked and coded. I think that's why we latch onto these genres so much. This is very relatable for our generation.
Flying through space, everything's going cool. Oh, the engine
Just blew out.
Yeah, the engine compressor just goes out, and we have no air.
It's a nothing part, Captain. Turns out ain't nothing when you ain't got one.
Oh my God! Then one time he's like, he went out and said, "Don't come back unless you got money." And he came back. He goes, "You got money? No. Come on aboard." Because he couldn't go nowhere else.
What did they get into a fight about?
I don't even remember what the fight was about.
Kid, you've seen that show. Have you seen it a dozen times like everything else that you left?
What is it?
Cowboy Bebop, we're talking about. Spike and Jet get in that fight, and Spike wanders off. He tells him, "Don't come back until you get some money," because technically he's renting the hangar space off of Jet. And he goes,
I can't remember either.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
It was like third or fourth episode. They got
but it
into
was
some kind of
so.
fight about something.
Yeah, but it was so.
I think it might have been the beef and bell peppers bit that they were arguing about.
It could have been. It's been a minute since I watched it all the way through again. It's been a couple
we'll have
years.
to do a rewatch.
Oh my God! Yeah, we definitely have to do a
Right.
group watch on that, because I'm sitting there going, what was so bad about that was the fact that it was like we had this fight about it, and then it's like.
Isn't that the episode where he wanders off and then that's when he finds the dog? What the fuck is the dog's name?
Einstein.
Yeah, Ein. And he ends up running into the
dog.
dog.
Everybody knows the dog. Yeah.
But yeah, he ends up getting Ein.
Oh, and that's the bad part about it, right? The dog is worth like $1 gazillion.
Yep.
Because he's got the brain of a scientist.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
everything like that.
Because the dog is like incredibly smart, and nobody sells the dog.
Oh God, no!
It's like- in fact, Ed takes the dog, right? She's like,
Yeah.
she just wanders off, and that's another thing. It affected me greatly that Ed would just bail.
Yeah, at the
Just
very
wander
end.
off. And,
Yeah, she just took off.
Yep. She left her logo and then she.
Well, she really was just that detached, and,
Yeah.
and like was just kind of going along for the ride. And then when she realized, like, oh well, you know, Spike's got his destiny, he's got to go fulfill or whatever. And doesn't Faye wander off too? And they all kind of just split up and wander off.
Spike, dies, and
Right.
Faye, she goes off into her like, what was it? She kind of like basically just spent all of her money gambling, or like she was wanting to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Jet just kind of like sat in that open, empty freaking coffin of a ship of his. It's like it was seriously
It was a downer for
it
sure.
really
yeah.
was, and I can't believe how attached I was to that show.
And then it ends, and you're just like, "That's it."
Yeah, I'm sitting there going, well, he's stumbling down the steps, and I'm like, so nobody's gonna come to this guy's rescue? What's going on? And then he flops. I'm like, oh, come on. And then I see him there at the end, and I remember like me and my buddies were sitting there watching it, and I'm like, he's dead? He died, right? And I'm like, oh crap, he's dead. Everybody was like, okay, in a room full of kids, for a couple of guys, like, y'all better not start crying.
Yeah, you start to see a little tearing up a little bit.
They're like, everybody look, he's dead.
I've got something in my eye.
Yeah, everybody's messed up, like on a real level. That show affected me. Oh God!
How the fuck did we get here from Iran conflict to?
Nobody wants to talk about Iran.
I know.
I know it was.
I don't know. It was very enthusiastic talking to the radio. Well, why don't we go ahead and wrap up there? Because we are about an hour in, so we can go ahead and make this one of the nice little shorter warm-up episodes. And, but yes, we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. Nightwatch podcast on Facebook. Still trying to figure out social medias. You can listen to us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts, as well as on the Podbean app. We've been getting a lot of traction on the audio-only platforms, apparently. We've had a nice little burst in traffic there. It's nice to see. A little diversifying action. But, of course, our primary home is here on YouTube. And if you want to help financially support the channel, we have our coffee page set up for donations, ko-fi.com/nightwatchpodcast. And that's going to be it for this shift, folks. We'll see you on the next one.
Aloha.
See ya.
All right. Time to empty out the mop bucket, run the trash, and hit the lights. Go get off my time clock, and be safe getting home.